What's going on, everybody? On the air with VA3EWV. That's right. One time for the good time. It's the long weekend, and I'm glad it's here. I'm glad it's here. I'm going to be doing some relaxing this week. Do a little pool stuff. We got a pool. Doing some POTA, right? Getting some yard work done. Things like that. Tonight, though, from 8 to 9. We're going to be doing our EchoLink All-Star Net. That's every Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard, 12 UTC. The topic today is going to be helping hams. Helping hams is the topic today. So on the net tonight at 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock UTC, it's going to be what have you done to help a ham? That's going to be tonight's subject. We're about to get on the road there and do some drive after 5. My boy Hunter, VA3EWV, is at Cooper Marsh, one of the first parks I went to. He just got his HF privileges this week, so he's kicking it off at the same place, Cooper Marsh. So if you guys can go out there and try to work him, that'll be great. Yeah, and that'll be that. We'll have a little bit of music, then we'll hit the road. This is Radio Frequency Fun.
Friendships on the airwaves, strange but not strange.
Crank that knob, that's right.
Let the good times roll. Echoes travel wide, far beyond the range. Friendships on the airwaves, strange but not strange. From dusk to dawn, we chatter and we laugh. Frequency, our language, speaking telegraph. Hearts connected, bound by unseen thread. In this summer fun, every moment led. Radio games playing all day contact. 7-3 we got to punch it back. Have a blast. Work the world, funds the task.
That's right, work the world, funds the task at hand. Play that signal strong across the land. That's right. That's like my motivation music every day I get up there. You get on the radio. You gotta have those theme songs, baby. Okay. For y'all of you that have been here with me, you know the deal. We work simplex first. Try to work a couple of local repeaters, and we can get into them. If not, I'll talk to myself. No, not really. So you can't talk to yourself on the air. That's called broadcasting. You have to have somebody to talk to. But on Facebook, you can talk to yourself. So let's see if we can get somebody out there. As I learn and go with this hobby, I learn stuff every day. Because a person actually told me the other day, "Oh, did you know that ham radio is a winter hobby?" I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah. Ham radio is a winter hobby. I hardly ever even get on the radio in the summertime because there's nobody on. And the this is this and that's that and da da da." I'm like, this guy obviously doesn't know anything about fusion, DMR, all the digital modes, because I think they're year round. They're not seasonal. So let's see what happens on national calling frequency. National calling frequency. If you haven't tried it in your own neck
red light camera reported ahead.
If you haven't tried going on simplex. I was a repeater boy. I grew up on a repeater. We had 8 of them. I didn't even know what simplex was, right? Until I saw it on a guy's car, and I was like, "What's that?" He's like, "Aren't you a ham operator?" I'm like, "Yeah, sometimes." He says, "That's the national calling frequency." I was like, "Oh, what do you do with that?" He says, "Okay," and he explained it to me. And that's what I'm talking about, helping hams. He didn't give me "Oh, you should know this because you took your test." He's like, "This is what this is for." So ever since then, I've been tearing it up if there's somebody out there to talk to on simplex. Here we go. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Mobile. Anyone on frequency, over?
VA3EWV mobile, VE3OTW.
VE3OTW, good evening to you there on this fine long weekend Friday.
Well, good evening to you there, Ernest. It's nice hearing you. And unfortunately, I'll have to cut it short today. I have an engagement here at 6 o'clock, and I was spending the last 15 minutes or so. I was actually at 446. I was having a QSO with someone at 446, and I'm going to have a quick dinner here and get back to it here. But Ernest, I just want to let you know that you're getting out there, and I didn't want to leave you lonely there, but have a safe trip back, and have yourself a good long weekend there. VA3EWV mobile, VA3OTW, I'll be clear on your final order, 7-3.
All right, we'll appreciate you.
Red light camera reported ahead.
We'll appreciate you coming there saying hello. And of course, I'll have a lot to update if I see you on, hear you on the air next week. Jonathan, you have a good long weekend there, and have a lot of fun, have a lot of rest, and all that good stuff. I'll see you around. Victor, Echo 3, Oscar Tango Whiskey, Victor, Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor. We're going to be on the side. 7-3. Okay, so we got that one out. That sound you're hearing there is another distant repeater. A distant repeater. So let's see if we can get anybody else on Simplex while we're out here. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Mobile. Anyone on frequency? Over. Yeah, that's why they were saying a lot of things about this being a winter hobby. You know, it's a Friday, it's a long weekend. Most people are heading the heck out of town. Some people are heading out of town. It is summer break for a lot of folks. I know I have a lot of friends that have cottages and stuff like that too, and going to RV parks and this and that. Going to amusement parks, traveling to Florida, things like that, outside of town. So, yeah, that's what they're doing. So I'm going to switch over to the repeater now and try to get some stuff going on the repeater side there. VE3CRA. See if I can get anybody on VE3CRA. Or VE2CRA. Let me see which one it is. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. VA3EWV mobile. Anyone on frequency? Yeah, VE2CRA. So this might be a very, very short drive after 5. But that's okay. If I don't hear from anybody today, we'll have our net tonight. If we don't hear anybody on the net tonight, that's okay, because parks on the air is something that's growing by leaps and bounds, and I'll go do a little park hunting tonight and help some people activate their parks. From what I understand, you need at least 10 people to help you activate. So I'll be going out there trying to help people activate tonight. If nothing else is going on, and that'll be that. What's going on there, Steve? VE3EZB, VE3EZB, VA3HWF is at Cooper Marsh, trying to activate that park there. I don't know what frequency is he's on, and also I would check the number. I said that number so many times it seems like it might be it may be right, but I don't think so. Cooper Marsh. I'm in the car there, so I can't check. But I would check the CA number of Cooper Marsh, because what I saw posted seemed to be off. The numbers seem to be off. All right, let's try one more time. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor mobile. Anyone on frequency? Over. Hear nobody, we'll listen to a good ham radio hit from the VE ham radio hits, and then that'll be it. So let's try it one more time. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor Mobile. Anyone on frequency?
VA3SVO.
Did I hear VA3SDO over?
Sierra Alpha 3 Sierra Victor Lima, the Scott and Cardinal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Scott. Yeah, that's SVL. How's it going there, Scott? Long time no hear.
Not too bad. Took down a gazebo, got a bad sunburn. I gotta put another one up. I'm gonna wait for another day when it's cooler out. It's a little too hot out today right now. The other one. So other than that, I've been on the radio, just sitting here listening mostly.
Well, it's good to hear you pop in there, that's for sure. Quite the treat. As you know, every day I commute from Ottawa to Cornwall, so it keeps you company, and the hour goes by really fast, you know. Or any QSO gets there, and the time just passes by. So yeah, I was inside all day long. I didn't even have any idea how warm it was, but I have a 20-minute walk from work to my car every day because I'm too cheap to pay at the $400 a month at one CCL, because that's how much it costs. So I'm too cheap to do that. So I tend to walk a country mile to my car and stuff like that.
Pricey for parking.
Well, it's $20 a day, and that's what it is all around. You know, the downtown core. As you get out farther and farther and farther, the price drops. I could walk until it's $10 a day, but then I would have to bring like 3 changes of clothes with me there.
That's just, I wonder why a lot of the businesses closed down because of that. Charging so much for parking down there. And then you got to work, and then you got to pay out half your paycheck just to park your car.
Well, you know, that is a reality. That's why I had stopped working the job I had. I went back to the same job, but it was costing me $1,300 a month, and people thought I was kidding. But to drive from Cornwall to Ottawa 5 days a week, that's 3 fill-ups. That's $80 a fill-up. 8 times 3 is 24, right? You do the math. 24 times 4, you know, you're already up there. And then you have the $400 a month for parking. That's some people's whole paycheck.
The price of rent, it doesn't even get any better, because then you're basically got hardly anything. You don't make enough to pay rent hardly at all, and then you eat on top of that plus the other bills.
You know, it wasn't until COVID happened, and I'm not going to talk about COVID, so don't be alarmed. But when COVID happened, I didn't realize I was paying that much money to go back and forth from work until all of a sudden, this is what happened. I'm sitting there, and after about 3 months, I'm like, what the heck's going on? I called CIBC because I wouldn't get charged my monthly fee anymore. So I thought something was wrong. And the lady said to me, oh, if you have over $4,000 in your bank account, you don't get charged a monthly fee. And I was like, how in the hell do I have $4,000 in my bank account? So I thought that there was some math problem going on, so I downloaded everything on Excel. Well, I would pay $400 a month for parking. That quickly adds up, right? And then I'm not paying $80 every 3 days for gas. And today, my thing says I'm at 6% oil. So every time I go to an oil place to change the stuff, since my car is under warranty at GM, that's $200 right there, right? So, you know, now you wonder why people are trying to stay at home and work. And my job could be worked at home.
That's only Ottawa. I can just imagine what it's like in Toronto.
Man, my wife, she's like, go look for another job. Because that's like what I pay in gas. I know that's not the conversation it's supposed to be about today, but what I pay in gas and parking, that's more than my mortgage on my house.
Seen rent higher than mortgages on some of them, most houses. It's pretty bad when you pay rent for more than what a mortgage rate.
Oh, QSL on that. My daughter, she has a little row house in Bridlewood there, and she's something like $2,400 a month or something like that. I'm like, oh my God, that's just brutal.
And the government can't figure out why there's so many people in tent cities. Well, that's what's doing it right there.
So I just started with my HF. I got my license 3 months ago there, VA3EWV or SVL. But the first little while I was doing FT8 there, right? I just started doing HF. And with that being said, I started doing parks on air. And I was at a park there in Castleman, and I was trying to stay because I had about 17 more contacts to pass a person that had the most there. And people started riding up and arriving with tents, and started lining right on the riverbank there at the park. And I was like, oh, time to go. But yeah, man, you're right. At most of these parks and then down by the mall there in Cornwall, you see tents popping up all over the place there.
So I was listening to somebody talking to, I think I have my hotspot on, somebody up by Toronto. They said that they tried to set up in the park, but they weren't allowed. They were told to pack up and leave, apparently. That's the first I've heard of that.
Well, shoot, so some of the places in the States, especially southern states, I know I heard on the news, I guess 2 or 3 weeks ago, that particular city straight out outlawed it, right? So you can't get arrested. So I was like, well, I know what I would do. And lo and behold, without committing a crime, they're getting a good place to stay now, and a meal at least, and shelter, right? So what do you do?
VA3EWV, the group said. Yeah, and you wonder why the jails are so overpopulated.
Well, besides trying to stay cool, your deal.
She had like a pergola before, which just had the cloth over it. When she changed it, she wanted to put something up that had a roof, actually solid roof on it, so she could sit in there in the rain. And, she's got one in front of the house, but sometimes it gets too hot in front, so she wants to sit at the side, the back of the house there where it's cooler.
I hear that. Well, that's where you want to be. We have a screened-in back porch, and the sun rises up on the one side of the house. I don't know north, south, east, and west, but you know, I live right there on the 138. So, and my house is parallel to 138. So the sun comes up on the left-hand side of the house, and it sets on the right-hand side, and the back porch there stays pretty cool and shaded. So what the wife wants me to do is build well, it's not going to be me. I'm going to pay somebody to build an extension to the new above-ground pool we got and screen in the porch. So that's what we're going to be doing.
Yes, that's what she's got in the back of her place. She's got a screen-in porch. And she has a gazebo on the side here right next to the above-ground pool. And then out front of the house, she's got a gazebo fit in there too. So it depends on which way the sun is, and which side is warmer, depending on where you sit.
I was just doing a pause in there in case anybody wanted to break in. VA3SVL or VA3SVL, VA3EWV mobile return. Hey, have you ever heard of a Garrett?
The Garrett network in the U.S.?
No, a Garrett. When I grew up in the South, just didn't go around the whole house. So most of the houses that I knew about, and especially the down south, they had a porch all the way around and called a Garrett. and then you just, you can sit. They had rocking chairs on all four sides, and maybe a swing on the side that got the most the most shade. But yeah, that's what you had. You had a garret, so you can go sit on either side of your house, though.
Yeah, they used to do that up here. The old farmhouses used to have that. And a lot of if you go to a bigger city, a lot of these older homes have the wraparound porch. She's got like a wraparound deck all the way around that she put on when she bought the place. But the back porch was already bolted in. But they put it up and put a roof over it so that you could sit in there when it's raining, and then just have it all screened so that you didn't get wet, but you still have the airflow.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it said. Looks like it's about to rain out here as I get closer to Cornwall. It's very hazy. It looks like there's either smoke or whatever. I don't know if it's smoke or not, but it's starting to get very cloudy, hazy, I guess. And let's see here. It says it's 31 out. I would have had no idea because I'm in the office building all day long and I never leave until I get ready to walk home. So I felt it was a lot hotter than this morning. I had no idea it was 31 there.
Yeah, I got 86 here, but it feels like 104. If you walk outside, you definitely feel that humidity, that's for sure.
So are you VA or VE there?
VA.
Okay, I've been VA since I got my license, but I always say VA3EWV. I don't know why, because the first call sign I memorized was VA3EWV, who was our club president. So I always say VE for my own call sign, let alone other people. So it is VA. Okay, I'll remember that.
A VE3 SVL is somebody up in Toronto. VA3 is me. It's overcast here. And hazy, but we're supposed to get thunder showers this weekend, so we'll see if they get it right.
Yeah, I was trying to get the club to get a solid date on a club quota, but with the rain and stuff like that, they keep pushing it. But I'm like, Parks on Air is almost like field day, and the last 2 field days we had, it rained. We just scheduled them, and if there's no lightning and stuff, you still get it done. So, but the young lad that just got his HF, he went today, so that's good. So I'm gonna try to work him when I get home. That way he can have a good solid time. I think they started around 4, so he might be out there tonight trying to break some records. He's probably out there trying to break some records too, there.
Roger that. If you're digging your hole, then you might want to get it stuck and get the cement in there before it gets filled with water.
Well, I have the backhoe, so I'll make quick work of it. For the little Kubota there, I didn't even think I would ever use the backhoe, but for 2 years and solid for about 4 of the backhoe there, so I'm pretty good with that backhoe now. So I'll have that hole done in, well under like 2 or 3 hours there.
Friend, he's got a 48-foot freestanding tower at his place for his damn stuff. He dug it by hand and poured it, but he had a truck come in and pour it. The first one he did, when he first got his damn license, different town, me and him dug it by hand, and we did it all by hand with the cement too, mixed it all and put it in there. That took a long while to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to do the rough stuff real quickly with the backhoe there. I'll make quick work of that, and then I'll get the neighbor there. He's always looking for odd jobs. I'll get him to square it all away, right? Cover it up with tarp and all that stuff like that. And I have a sump pump and all, and then hopefully have the truck out on either Tuesday or Wednesday to pour the cement there. I was looking at VA3EWV. He put his up, and we're going to do the same. He actually brought me some of his forms after he got through using all this for his tower. But he got a tilting one. He made his a tilting tower.
VA3EWV is in there too. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. It makes it a lot easier than climbing the tower.
Go ahead.
Well, good afternoon, gentlemen. Just tuned in and heard you guys talking. Thought I'd say hello. This is Victor Alpha 3, Juliet Papa X-Ray, James in Canada.
What's going on there, James? Just on the old driving 5 there. And heading on to Old Cornwall. That's passing Calypso right now, actually.
Awesome. Things are going okay. Just trying the old All-Star Link version 3, but it's been nothing but problems from beginning till now. So I'm just going to revert back to All-Star version 2 and get Windows back up and running. And their documentation, of course, is extremely poor, but that's to be expected. And good evening to the other station you're speaking with. I didn't catch the call, but that's my fault because I'm late to the game. So I'll pass it over to the other station. This is VA3JPX. And you got VA3SVL, Scott and Cardinal here. Hey, Scott. Okay, is that Foxtrot Charlie Lima in your call? Victor Alpha 3, Sierra Victor Lima. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, okay, Scott, yeah, gotcha. Well, I remember the call now. Good evening. What's new with you? Not much. I've got a bit of a sunburn on my bald head here, losing my hair, and then